Hey YouTube, it's your girl Ambie Gonzalez from ambiegonzaleztv, and today I will be doing this video on how to do a language exchange. Now this video is highly requested by my language learners. Ever since I did the how to find a language partner video, I've been getting emails and how do I do a language exchange? Language exchange isn't working out for me. I don't feel like I'm learning anything, etc. So in this video I will give you my 4 tips on how to do this thing called language exchange. So keep watching.
High up in the sky, you can catch me on a plane. Bad model chick, can't remember her name. She don't know my face, she don't know what my name is. All she knows is I act like I'm famous. Walk around the mall like 20 feet.
Well, oppa. I want y'all to excuse me. I have my notepad here because I have to read off of my notes that I took down. Unfortunately, I did not memorize everything like most YouTubers are supposed to do, but I didn't do my homework just one time. So tip number 1, you have to know your level and know your partner's level. So if your partner only knows these little bit much of English and you only know these little bit much of Chinese, 9 times out of 10 it probably won't benefit you, and that's because how are you going to communicate when you get stuck? You simply can't. So with me, for example, I'm learning the Korean language now. Korean is going to be my 4th language, and I'm already aware of my level. My level is very beginner conversation. So my whole goal of when I'm looking for my language partner, which a lot of you already know by now, I use Hello Talk. Anyways, when I'm learning Korean, I keep in mind that I only know beginner conversation. Therefore, I need to make sure when I'm searching for my partner, I'm making sure that they can at least communicate in English. So if I have a question in English, they're able to answer me or they're able to correct me in English. You just have to be aware of your level and be aware of your partner's level. It's not going to work if I'm sitting here like, 안녕하세요, and they're over here like, goodbye. Oh, hello. No, they need to at least know more English than I know Korean, or I need to know more Korean than they know English. So just keep that in mind. Be aware of your level and your partner's level. Tip number 2, prepare for the language exchange. So if you have already set a date and time that you and your language partner is going to Skype, you need to be prepared. So know what you're going to talk about. Already have a topic in mind. If you do not, then what's going to end up happening is you both are going to run out of stuff to talk about. So have a topic in mind. With me, for example, my Korean language partners, they always be like, okay, so what's the topic for today? Let's talk about weather. And then they'll correct me. So that's very important to prepare. Know what you want to talk about. If you're a nurse and you just want to do medical phrases and blase blase, just be prepared for it. Be prepared. Know what you want to practice and talk about. Don't be all over the place. Tip number 3, focus on communicating and comprehending. I say that because a lot of people get very discouraged when it comes to grammar. So reality is we are not going to always speak grammatically correct. See how my English is messing up right now. We're not going to always be grammatically correct. When you start learning your first language, let's say English is your first tongue, when you start learning English, obviously when you were speaking at 2 or 3, 4 years old, your English was not proper. You didn't start learning grammar until you got to kindergarten. So grammar is important, but when it comes to language exchange, I want you to remember this is not a classroom. You're not being graded. It's no quizzes, nothing like that. Just have fun and focus on communicating in the language and understanding when they are speaking back to you. That's what you need to focus on. Okay, so tip number 4. You want to be fair. What I mean by be fair is, here's the thing. A lot of my students, they always say the same thing because a lot of them are learning Spanish. So they say, well, my whole purpose with my language partners was to learn Spanish, and I feel like I'm speaking more English through the conversation. I feel like they're learning more English than they're teaching me Spanish. So you do have to keep in mind that you have to be fair. When you start your Skype with them or however you're exchanging with them, you want to make it aware in the beginning, okay, we're going to do 15 minutes English, 15 minutes Espanol. Or let's say if you want to do an hour Skype, whatever you and your language partner have agreed on, you want to set that. We're going to do 30 minutes Chinese and then 30 minutes in English. Okay, guys, so that is the end of my 4 tips for today. And take off my glasses, I'm not reading anymore. So if you enjoyed these tips, make sure that you thumbs up this video and share to your social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all that stuff. And if you are new to my channel, my name is Ambie Gonzalez, and I upload videos every Sunday in Spanish, English, Portuguese, and sometimes Korean. So, gracias por ver y hasta la próxima. Adiós.